Scarlet Nexus is the next action RPG from Bandai Namco. You play as one of two main characters that come with their own story, combat, and teammates. The game is set with some future technology, creating some fun and interesting steampunk-like theme throughout the game. Characters in this world have access to all kinds of cybernetic abilities such as invisibility, teleportation, and the most important of them all, telekinesis, which allows you to throw objects like cars, trash bins, and pretty much anything you can see. With this game catering towards the anime style games, I wasn't too sure what to think. Now that's nothing against them type of games, but they just never really appealed to me. That's why I'm so shocked just how much I enjoy my time with this game. It's hard to pinpoint similar combats from other titles without combining a few together. The best I could come up with is Nier meets Devil May Cry. Like I said before, there's two main characters to choose from, Yumiton and Kazami. Both characters having completely different playstyles. Yumito plays with a traditional sword type for close combat encounters, while Kazami fights by throwing knives, creating enough space and distance between you and the foe. Like you would expect, you have combos to link together, uppercut like attacks, and even aerials. Something that is worth taking note, you can dash out of the way of incoming threats, but you won't be able to dash mid-attack. Therefore, you have to commit to pulling off these combos or choose to dash out defensively. The easiest takeaway from this game is the telekinesis abilities that could be used in more ways than originally thought. Yes, you can throw trucks at enemies at any time, which I will say is as fun as it looks, but you can combine these abilities with your attacks. So, for example, if you throw an object while holding down the action button, you can follow it up with a dash attack, and if you wanted to, holding down the telekinesis button, you can dash back out defensively. It's a smart way to play aggressively and defensively at the same time. You'll also find bigger and heavier stuff like containers that will require you to press buttons on the screen for that cinematic finish. This alone, the combat feels solid, but that's only the half of it. Your teammates play a big role in Scarlet Nexus, and if you're like me, I was very overwhelmed with the amount your teammates can do. You can access any of the 3 team members' abilities at any point, such as teleporting, fire to enhance attacks, and so many more. There's different levels of tiers during the activations too. Being successful, level 2 will bring unique perks during the activation, whilst most level 3s will have you doing a team attack with that member. Once you activate, a meter will start draining, and once it's finished, you'll have to wait until after a cooldown. Each member is a great addition and adds so much depth to the game. Simply put, the combat is extremely fun and has a lot of legs to keep you happy. The biggest flaw for me is easily the levels. They look decent enough, but from what I've played, they are far too linear. It's nice to have collectibles to find, with paths going a little bit off course, but that's it. Most of the time you'll be walking in very simple straight lines, with invisible walls to boot. I'm hoping in the full game it becomes more open with more incentive to explore. I talked about the teammates before during the combat. Well, fans of Persona will be glad to know the more you use a certain member, you will gain a stronger bond, rewarding you with more abilities for that teammate. This works outside the combat too. We've been told that talking and doing side quests for that character is another way to strengthen the bond. Although this isn't something I can give much detail on, as I've only played the demo. I'm really hoping it is similar to the Persona aspect when you can bond with certain members to strengthen your overall combat abilities. So you're probably thinking by now, what do you do with all the EXP you gain? Well, you spend them on a skill tree with many paths depending on what you want to focus on. It could be anywhere between mobility, combos, telekinesis, movesets. It's up to you really. There's more than enough here to create a character more to your style. Last but not least, I want to go over the replay value. I was blown away just how different the game is between levels, combat, party members that all come with different abilities. I honestly thought it was just going to be a preference if you wanted to play as a girl or a boy, but that's far from the case. I can honestly see myself going back to play as the other character once I've beaten the game. And that's my impressions of the game so far going off the demo. Hopefully this has interested you enough to try it out for yourself, which will be releasing on the PS4 the same day this video goes live. So do yourself a favour and download what I believe to be the secret hit of this year. If you want to wait for the full release, well, you don't have to wait too long. Scarlet Nexus is releasing on the 25th of June for the Xbox, PlayStation and PC. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe as we bring you content every week. And if you did enjoy the video, why not click the one that's on the screen now. I've been Nathan, and as always, GG's.